Hey everyone, I'm gonna upload two videos here. This is my first one. I'm gonna upload the other one here in a minute. This is for all my NASCAR people out there. So um, I'm gonna talk about the Lucas Oil 200 and the Classic Daytona. So the Lucas Oil 200 was the ARCA race from Saturday. I did watch it. Um, it was a interesting race, much better than Sunday's race. Saturday's race was interesting. There was some good racing. There was some areas in time where they did kind of just ride along until the end of the race. There was no big wrecks, which was very surprising. No big wrecks. And in the end of that race, it ended up who won that race? Harrison Burton, Jeff Burton's son. So that was a good race. That was a good race, a decent race. It was fun to watch. I did fast forward through most of it because I didn't. I was at a ball game on Saturday night, and I didn't get home till about 9 o'clock or something. No, hold on. It was much earlier than that. It was about 7:30. So, then I watched it, fast forward through most of it, and then watched the end of it pretty much. Harrison Burton. I was glad he won the race, honestly. I would have liked to see one of the women win it, but that'd be pretty cool. It was Leilani Munter's last NASCAR race, so it's now called the ARCA Menard Series for some reason. I still call it the ARCA Racing Series. But let's go on to the Classic Daytona. The Classic Daytona was boring, and there's two reasons why it was boring. Number one, the racing horrible, just single file riding along the top line, and number two, the rain. There were 3 rain delays. The third rain delay ended it. The first 2 wasn't that bad, but that last one was pretty bad. It rained pretty hard. And in the end, Jimmie Johnson ended up winning the race. Jimmie Johnson had not won a race in over 2 years. So, but it's not a points race. It doesn't count for anything, but it's definitely a step in the right direction for Jimmie. And Hendrick is taking a step in the right direction as well. I forgot to add that in there. Daytona 500 qualifying. Oh, let me talk about the clash for one more second. Jimmie Johnson won that race because he knew the rain was coming. He made a move down the backstretch on Paul Menard, who dominated the race. I do love the new Ford Mustangs, by the way. But Jimmie made a move. He knew the rain was coming. He went to the inside of Paul. Paul came down a little bit. Jimmie was coming up the side draft. They made contact, wrecked 17 cars in the process. So 17 out of the 20 cars were wrecked. 8 cars were going to continue to race if the race continued, but it didn't continue. So, and it probably would have been bad anyway to continue the race with only 8 cars in there. It probably would have been boring to watch. Who knows what would have happened? But Jimmie Johnson came out with the win. He won because it was rain shortened, which I believe that was the first time in the class I've been rain shortened. So it's very interesting. Now let's go to Daytona 500 qualifying. The door races are tonight. I'm going to get on that tomorrow. I'm going to make a video about my thoughts on that, on the race coming up tonight. But Daytona 500 qualifying. Hendrick Motorsports got the first 4 qualifying positions, led by William Byron, who had a terrible speed weeks last year. And he started off right this year. I tell you, he's my favorite driver, and I told a lot of people, I'm like, he's going to be a star. And he's shown it. He showed his strength at the end of the year last year, and here we are at the beginning of this year. He got the pole. Hopefully he stays out of trouble tonight so he don't have to start at the back. But it's Byron, Bowman on the front row. The rest of the field will be set by these door races. And then is it Elliott and Johnson or Johnson and Elliott? I always get which one is third and fourth confused. I think it's Johnson and Elliott. I believe that's what it is. So, yeah. But that's Daytona 500 qualifying. The Hendrick Motorsports step in the right direction for sure. They were terrible last year, so I'm glad for them, happy for them. Hopefully they can keep the momentum up. They won the clash and they won won the pole in the first 4 qualifying positions. That might change tonight though. But that's it. All my NASCAR fans out there, leave a like and subscribe. Now I'm going to get to my WWE people here in just a minute after I post this video.